Hey guys, I'm here with our breakfast read aloud of the one and only Ivan. Where we left off, Ivan was getting along with the other gorillas in where he's located in the zoo. Also, he was getting to see a video of Ruby, and he saw that Ruby was happy, and that made him really happy. So finally at the end, he was roaming around his new domain, and he found a huge heap of dirt that it had gotten wet, so it was kind of like mud, and a huge white wall, cinder block wall that had just been freshly painted. So he had an idea, and I bet you guys know what Ivan's gonna do, because we all know that Ivan is an artist. Okay, let's listen. The wall. It's a big wall, but it's a big pile of dirt, and I'm a big artist. I slap handfuls of mud on the warm cement. I make a handprint. I tap my nose with a muddy finger, and I make a nose print. I slide my palms up and down. The mud is thick and hard to use, but I keep moving and scooping and spreading. I don't know what I'm making, and I don't care. I make swoops and swirls and thick lines, figures and shapes, light and shadow. I'm an artist at work. When I'm done, I step back to admire my work. But it's a large canvas, and I'd like to get a better view. I go to the thick-limbed tree and grab the lowest branch. I try to swing my legs. Ugh, I land hard. I'm too big to climb, I suppose. I try again anyway. And this time, I pull myself onto the first limb, gasping for breath. One more limb, two, and I can't go any farther. Perched halfway up the tree, I see my troop, still dozing contently. I take in the wall, splattered and splashed with mud, not much color, but lots of movement. I like it. It feels dreamy and wild, like something Julia might have made. From my seat in the tree, though, I can see beyond the wall. I see giraffes and hippos. I see deer with legs like delicate twigs. And I see a bear snoozing in a hollow log. And finally, I see elephants. Who do you think he sees with the elephants? She's far away, belly deep in tall grass with others by her side. Ruby. She's here, Stella, I whisper. Ruby's safe, just like I promised. I call to Ruby, but the wind tugs at my words, and I know she'll never hear me. Still, Ruby pauses for a second, her ears spread wide like tiny sails. Then, with a lumbering grace, she moves on through the grass. It's a cloudy evening, chill and drizzly. Dinner is on its way, but I don't care. At night, we sleep in our den. But I'm always the last to head inside. I've been inside long enough. This time of day, there aren't many visitors, just a few stragglers leaning on the wall that separates us. They point, take a couple photos, then head over to the nearby giraffes. One of the keepers is beckoning. Reluctantly, I turn to go, but out of the corner of my eye, I see someone running, so I pause. It's a girl with dark hair lugging a backpack, and a man follows behind, racing to catch up. Who do you think it is? Ivan, the girl yells. Ivan! It's Julia. I scramble to the edge of the wide moat that skirts the wall. Julia and George wave to me. I dash back and forth, hooting and grunting and doing a gorilla dance of happiness. Calm down, says a voice. You're behaving like a chimp. I freeze. A tiny, not this tiny, but a tiny nut brown, big-eared head pops out of Julia's backpack. Nice place, Bob says. Remember who Bob is? The stray dog? Bob, I say, it's really you, in the flesh. How? Where? I can't seem to find any words. There's Julia and Bob. George's job at the zoo doesn't start until next month, So he and Julia made an agreement. She's walking 3 extra dogs to cover my food. And get this, those dogs are all poodles. You said you didn't want a home, I say. Yeah, Bob says, but you know, Julia's mom likes my company, so I figure I'm doing everybody a favor. It's a win-win. Julia pushes Bob's head back inside her backpack. Shh, shh, you're not supposed to be here, she reminds him. Ivan looks great, doesn't he, Jules? George asks. Stronger, happier even. Julia holds up a little photo, but it's too far away for me to see. It's Ruby, Ivan. She's with other elephants now, all because of you. I know, I want to tell her. I saw with my own eyes. We sit across the expanse that separates us, and after a while, George pats Julia's arm. Time to go, Jules. Julia gives a wistful smile. Bye, Ivan. Say hello to your new family. She turns to George. Thank you, Dad. For what? She gestures towards me, for this. They turn to leave. The lamps that light the zoo pathway blink on, blanketing the world with a yellow light. I can just make out Bob's little head sticking out of Julia's backpack. You're the one and only Ivan, he caws. I nod, then turn towards my family, my new life, and my new home. Mighty Silverback, I whisper. And there he is in his new home. And that is the end of the one and only Ivan. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter book. Look to what all you've listened to. Pretty amazing. Remember, it comes out as a movie in August. I'll remind you then. And I'll be choosing a new book for us to listen to do our morning reads. Bye.